We all know that Josh Beckett's been having a rough time lately, and that it's been the long ball that's been killing him. And there's some suspicion that maybe he's tipping his pitches. I went through all the video and I couldn't find evidence of tipping. He may well be, but it wasn't apparent to me. But I did find, like any other pitcher, when he elevates and misses his spots, he gets lit up. Examining the pitch FX data didn't reveal that he's elevating more often or that he's catching the heart of the plate more. Watching the video, it looks like he's missing his spots a lot more often, though. Over his first 22 starts this year, when we thought he might be having a Cy Young season, Josh gave up a home run every 61 batters faced. Given that the median for pitchers with more than 150 innings pitched so far this season is about 37, that's pretty damn good. But over the past 5 appearances, he's been lit up to the tune of a home run every 9.7 batters faced. That's like hitting against a lineup of 9 guys that'll hit 70 home runs a season every night. Take a look at the 14 homers he's allowed over this past 5 starts and see what you think. The home run barrage started on August the 12th, but it's important to note this is only a concern in retrospect. Josh cruised to an 8-2 win, pitching 7 strong innings. The first home run is by Carlos Guillen on the first pitch of the 5th. Veritex hits up for a fastball outside, and Beckett misses on the inner third, but low. Guillen puts a good swing on it. This is clearly a mistake pitch, but it's hardly a meatball. You got to give Guillen some credit here. The second home run that night was by Marcus Thames in the 7th. Here Josh is trying to throw a fastball past him outside, and he elevates it, and it tails over the plate. August 18th against Toronto is more worrisome. Josh gets a no decision over 5 1/3 and gives up 7 runs and 3 homers. The first comes in the 2nd inning against Randy Ruiz on a 1-0 fastball. Again, he's trying to throw a fastball on the outside corner, and it tails into the right-handed hitter. The next one comes on a 2-2 fastball in the 3rd to Travis Snyder. It looks like he's trying to put him away with an inside fastball, and instead it tails and Snyder puts a good swing on it. Watch Veritek have to reach to the heart of the plate on this. Then Rod Barajas gets to Josh in the 6th. Again, it's a mislocated fastball. The camera angle in Toronto is bad, but it looks like Veritek set up inside, and Josh misses out over the plate. August 23rd against the Yankees was painful. Josh went 8, but gave up 8 runs and 5 homers to take the loss. The first was on the first pitch of the game to Derek Jeter. This should look familiar. A fastball away that gets up too high and tails over the plate. Matsui leads off the 2nd with a homer again on the first pitch. It's meant to be a fastball in, but it ends up high and on the outside corner. Matsui actually does a good job on this to hook it into the Red Sox bullpen. Cano gets to Josh in the 4th, and this is the first curveball we've looked at. It's really not that bad of a pitch, although I'm sure he would have liked to get it down a little more. Cano's just strong enough to hook this one out as well. This one was the killer, a 3-2 2-out pitch to A-Rod in the 5th. The 2-run homer puts them up 7-3. Josh goes with the curve, and it's a hanger. In this view, the first pitch is the pitch before, a 3-1 pitch that's also a curve that A-Rod didn't pick up. But he had no problems identifying the next one. Matsui's 2nd of the night is another mistake pitch. It looks like he wanted to run the cutter in on his hands, but starts it out too far over the plate, and it ends up in his wheelhouse. August 28th against the Blue Jays again. Sox win 6-5, though Josh isn't involved in the decision, going 5 innings and giving up 5 runs. All 5 score on 2 home runs, with the real damage coming from walks. Josh gave up 5 in this outing. Aaron Hill hits a 3-run shot in the second. Josh takes a long look at second, then the curve that's meant to buckle his knees ends up right over the plate. Barajas goes deep in the 5th on Josh's 104th pitch of the night. Veritek sets up outside, and Josh misses out over the heart of the plate. September 2nd in Tampa Bay. Sox come back late to take Josh off the hook, only to have the bullpen implode. Josh goes 7, gives up 5, and 2 home runs. The first is to Carl Crawford, and the second. This is another lousy camera angle, but it looks like Veritek set up outside and Josh just misses, belt high and over the outside corner. Just looks like he gets too much of the outside part of the plate. Burrell leads off the second with a home run, and this rattles Josh a bit, and he gives up 2 more runs that inning, but it's important to note he settles down after this, only gives up 1 more run in the next 5 innings. This is kind of a rolling curveball in the 2-2 count, kind of a strange choice. Not much break on it, and catches too much of the plate. Okay, so what can we make from all of this? First off, it looks like he's getting hurt on pitches up in the strike zone. Though pitch FX doesn't indicate that he's consistently higher than he was earlier in the season. And he's clearly getting hurt when he misses his spots, although again, looking at pitch FX, it doesn't look like he's middle any more now than he was earlier in the season. Maybe he's just not getting away with as much lately. Maybe he's not as bad as he looks right now and not as good as he looked earlier this year. The likelihood that this is due to tipping seems low to me, since he's getting beat by bad location and on both fastballs and curves. Let's hope for better results going forward.